Problem 3-91. For each rational expression below, state any values of the variables that would make the denominator 0. Then complete each part. Letter A. Use the fact that the quantity of x plus 4 squared equals the quantity of x plus 4 times the quantity of x plus 4 to rewrite that expression. Then look for ones and simplify. So I've recopied the expression here, and we know that squaring this quantity is the same thing as multiplying it times itself. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this as the quantity of x plus 4 times the quantity of x plus 4. And that is going to be over the quantity of x plus 4 times the quantity of x minus 2. As we look at this now, we're trying to simplify it. We'll see here that we've got the same factor divided by itself here, so this is going to equal 1. So right now we're looking at 1 times the quantity of x plus 4 is going to give us x plus 4. And 1 times the quantity of x minus 2 is giving us the quantity of x minus 2. That is as far as this can be simplified, because this number on top is not the same as this one. So this is our final answer for part A. I guess I forgot to list the values that would make the denominator 0. Well, we have to look back here. If you take each part of your denominator, you have x plus 4 and x minus 2. We want to figure out what would make this one equal 0. We'd say x plus 4. If that was 0, then if you solve it there, you'd say x equals negative 4, which means we can't have negative 4 for x, because then we'd have 0 for our denominator. And then the second one there, x minus 2, if we set that equal to 0, add 2 to each side, you get x equals 2. And that means that x cannot equal 2 either. So this is our simplified version of this expression, but then we want to list out there that x cannot equal negative 4 or 2. All right, let's go on to B. Use the strategy you used in part A to simplify the expression 8 times the quantity of x plus 2 cubed times the quantity of x minus 3 to the third power also. And then we've got our denominator, 4 times the quantity of x plus 2 squared and the quantity of x minus 3 to the fifth. So I've recopied it down here. I'm going to move it there so we can see it. So we're going to take this now, and if you think about it here, if you want to expand it, that may help you. If you're not understanding this concept, if you do understand this concept and you have a good understanding of exponents, then go ahead there and you can simplify however you wish to. I'm going to say here 8, and this is like saying times the quantity of x plus 2 3 times, if you wanted to see it like that. It takes a little bit longer if you're expanding it out, but I'm just doing that right now so that those of us who don't understand might see it a little bit more clearly. So that would be like our expanded form here. And then we'd have like a 4 here, and then we'd have an x plus 2 times an x plus 2. And then we'd have 5 x minus 3s. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to put them, I'll just start them right here. So we have x minus 3, x minus 3, make sure I get them all in there. So as we look for things that are going to end up giving us 1, x plus 2 divided by an x plus 2 is going to give us a 1. X plus 2 and x plus 2 is going to give us 1. X plus 2 over x minus 3 is not going to give us 1, so I don't want to do it right there. But I do see here that I have an x minus 3 over x minus 3, an x minus 3 over an x minus 3, and an x minus 3 over an x minus 3, which is going to leave me right now with 8 times the quantity of x plus 2 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, but I don't need to list all those. So I have 8 times the quantity of x plus 2 over 4 times 1 times 1 times the quantity of x minus 3 times 1 times 1 times 1 times the quantity of x minus 3. So I'm going to put the quantity of x minus 3 squared, since there's 2 of them left down there. Last thing here is let's focus on the monomial. You have 8 over 4, which is the same thing as saying 4 times 2 over 4, in which case, if I took this out here, I'd have a 4 and my 4. That's going to give me 1. That'll give me 1. And what I'll be left with is 1 times 2 times the quantity of x plus 2. That gives us 2 times the quantity of x plus 2 over 1 times this quantity squared, which is just going to be more or less x minus 3 squared. We have no more common factors in the top and bottom of our fraction, so we can't take it there and simplify it anymore. So this is what we're looking at as our simplified version. But now we can take it here and we can say to ourselves, what values of x would give us 0 in the denominator? Well, you take x plus 2 and you set it equal to 0, you'll find that x cannot equal negative 2. And if we take our x minus 3, set it equal to 0, we get that x cannot equal positive 3. So we've got x cannot equal negative 2 or positive 3. Any other values you could plug in here, and it should simplify and give you the same thing that you would have if you plugged it in over here. So this is problem 3-91. If you have questions, please make sure you ask your teacher. Otherwise, thanks for watching.